Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents. I'm Matty Carl, and welcome to another Let's Talk right here on The Division, and we are gearing up, and last night's State of the Game gave us the release date of October 25th for the 1.4 patch, and we're all very excited about it, and I thank you all for commenting on my yesterday's video on my final thought, and it gave me a little bit of insight as to something that I hadn't thought about, and that was there are a ton of solo players looking forward to the 1.4 content because they have not done a lot of the game because they haven't had a group of people to do it with, and I find that actually is pretty awesome. I think that's probably one of the main points of 1.4 is actually allowing and opening up the game to those solo players, those hardcore players that are just, they're powering through the game by themselves, but they can't go do a lot of the stuff by themselves. They can't do a lot of the underground heroics. They can't get a lot of the gear, and now they are being opened up to that stuff. Yesterday's video, because I am a seasoned player, I've done a lot of the stuff. Actually, I've done it all, and I have almost all the gear, and so it's not going to be very interesting for me once I get into it, especially since I've already played 1.4 and I know exactly how that's going to translate over into my gear and stuff like that. But now there's a whole subset of you out there, and I take it. Look, I can say that there are tons of YouTubers out there. Subscribe to me, subscribe to Skill Up, subscribe to Eric, subscribe to Marco, subscribe to Upper Echelon, subscribe to YouTube gamers who are doing the Division videos, because when it comes out, and there's actually a couple guys that I would say subscribe to, but they're just glitchers and that's it. That's all they really are going to post. I guarantee they're going to be posting glitches for this, but if you're into glitches, go post to that or go do that. I think it's game glitches or something like that. I don't remember, but he posts all the Division glitches or whatever. I used to do that, but now I've kind of backed away from it because that's not the content you guys are interested in, and if it is, well, let me know in the comments, because I'll post some glitches. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad, I'm not gonna tell you that's bad. I don't really care. There's a lot of loot out there to get right now, and it's up to you to get it the way that you want to get it. I don't care how you get it, just go out and get it. That's the point of the game, is getting the loot, getting that stuff, and getting over on the game. But what I want to talk about is that this is a great time to start playing and to get into the Division right now, because there is a whole world that is being unlocked for the solo and the casual player that you wouldn't have had before. Now you can understand and run those challenge missions in the underground by yourself. You can do it by yourself. You can run all of the missions in challenge mode by yourself. It's very difficult. It provides a challenge. It's not very easy, especially Russian Consulate on challenge mode. It is difficult. I'm not going to lie. It is very hard. I died several times trying to get through it. I tried, I made it through, but I tried. That's really what it is. And that's really what this is about, is opening up the world. And that's the greatest thing about this is. So I take back what I said yesterday. I do feel there is a lot of content that people like me are going to pass over. People that just go into the DZ. There are people who are going to go into the DZ regardless, and they're just going to go into the DZ, and that's it. That's what their endgame content is. For me, the endgame content is supposed to be incursions in the underground, and I've ran those until I'm blue in the face. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do. Still, for me, I can keep going, I can get better gear, I can do all that stuff. But for me, it's, it's like I said, it's like Groundhog Day. It's the same thing over and over again. But for you, the casual and solo player who, you don't have a regular group that you run with, you don't have a lot of friends that you run with that play the Division, all of your friends quit playing the Division. There is, any number of different segmented groups. Now is the time for you to come in and actually play the Division, and I applaud you for coming in and wanting to do that stuff and experience the game at a whole new level, because that is awesome. I didn't think about that when I was doing it, so I honestly, I'm excited for you, because this is going to be probably the epilogue of a very great game that's going to culminate with you actually getting the gear that you want and feeling like you're getting your money's worth, instead of before when you felt like you were kind of banned from doing a lot of the stuff. And I know, people are going to say, hey, go out and get some friends, bro. But that's not what it's about. That, there are people out there who just don't like playing with other people, and they like games like this, but they don't don't want to go play it with other people, and that's okay. I'm very introverted myself. You wouldn't know it by me doing a YouTube channel, but a lot of the times I like to play by myself. If you've ever seen me playing online, sometimes I actually played the Division level 1 through 30 solo. I did it by myself because occasionally a couple friends would jump on here and there, but usually during the week, Fridays and Saturday nights, those are the nights when people come and game with me. That's really the time that I really open it up, because the rest of the week I'm either doing single player, I'm doing a lot of solo player stuff, or something like that. That's why I'm not really looking to that's why it's very closed door to me. I don't understand a lot of the stuff when it comes to solo players or groups of players and in between, all of that stuff in between. It's really one thing or the other. And so for the solo player, I understand you. I got your back. And now that I understand where you guys are coming from, that is awesome. I'm stoked for you, because you're going to get to play this game in a whole new light. It's just that great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off there. We're going to have a big state of the game update. There's something like 21 pages of patch notes. That's insane for 1.4. And there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out, and we're going to try and cover it all. Maybe we'll just start going through gear sets tomorrow and really giving you a brief update on all of the stuff that's coming out. The things that I'm most excited about are just you the player, being able to go through the stuff that you haven't been able to do before. That's going to be awesome for you. It's a whole new experience, and I hope that you are going to enjoy it and it doesn't suck. That's my fear, is that people are going to get in and go, this isn't that different from before. So hopefully it changes your mind. There's going to be a lot of players coming back, and I hope that people come back and they enjoy what they're getting, and that Massive has actually done a good job. I can't heap praise on top of somebody for going back and just upping their game and re-releasing the same thing. Sure, yes, they listened to the community, but look how long it's taken them to listen to us. And even then, they didn't listen to us 100%. It's, and even then, it's a very segmented group that they listen to. So it's, I can't heap praise on them. They did a good job on the game. That's really what counts. And so kudos to them for doing a good job. But, you should have done a good job in the first place. That's really what you should have done. And we wouldn't be in this mess if you had done that and you had listened to the community and you had just done right, instead of kind of being greedy. Is that the word that I should use? Greedy? Maybe. Or maybe just that you were trying to force us to play the game the way you wanted us to play it. So there's a lot of different things that I could probably say about it, but it's, it is what it is. So anyways, that's my time. Thank you so much for watching. Solo players, good luck next week, October 25th. That is great. I'm super stoked for you. Anyways, thank you so much. If you liked this video, drop a like on it. If you didn't, well, that's on you. Drop a like on it anyways. Who cares? The likes don't mean anything, really, honestly. And subscribe to our stuff. If you're a solo player and you're just watching this for the first time and you're coming to our channel, we have lots of content. We always put out Division content. I'm not going to BS you here. There's no sugarcoating on any of the content. I tell it like it is. If Massive does something that screws up the game, I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it and pretend like, oh, it's okay. It's, they'll fix it or something like that. And I'm giving you an honest perspective as to where I'm coming from a development standpoint. So that's really, what you're getting here. So for all of us here at the Division Let's Talk, I'm Mounty Carl, agent out.